Take 3.
I didn't go even a little.
There we go.
Yeah.
First try!
Oh, yeah.
Welcome back
Yeah.
to the podcast.
I meant to download a sound effect app again, and I didn't.
That's okay.
But that's fine.
We'd use and abuse it. And
We would. It would get annoying.
It would.
But it would still be fun.
It would be.
But
It'd be
for
fun
now,
for
I
us.
just have my noises. Ooh.
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 Just get right into it.
Yeah. You
I
got
don't-
any housekeeping? Because I just don't.
I don't think there's any housekeeping. When I was
Nothing
editing...
more to say about Twilight.
No, we're done with Twilight. We're watching The Hunger Games now.
Yes, we are.
We watched the first one last night.
Yep.
Great movie.
Yep. Tonight's Catching Fire. It's gonna
Even
be
better. Even better.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be fun.
While I was editing the last one, there were things that I wish I said about, like, that I panicked and didn't say when we were talking about our characters.
Yeah.
But I don't want to start talking about them again. We've moved on.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I'm not
and those
gonna
have
say.
to be just...
Yeah. So I'm
Unless-
not going to say the things that I
Unless we draw another one that connects them.
Mhm.
That's the only time we should mention them again.
Right. Or if someone asks. If someone in the comments is like, please talk more.
Yeah, of course. Please do. We're happy to talk more. So I have a handful of things to throw out to talk about.
Yeah, so no
and do.
housekeeping. I have a baby topic.
Sure. We still haven't done our little Quirks segment ever.
No. Oh, you're right. Oh, we should maybe do one. If you haven't heard, if you're just tuning in, or if we haven't really talked about it, well, there's a segment that we're gonna try to do where we're weird people.
Yep.
We're very
Human beings are very weird and unique, and
we're a very individual duo.
Yes.
So we do some
That
weird
we
things that other people don't do. We say some weird things that other people don't say.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have a segment about
And-
our quirks.
Yeah.
And
We need to throw it out there into the universe just to be like, I know!
just be like, I know we're weird, I know this exists, maybe you'll be like this now too.
Yeah.
Maybe
Let's
you'll
hope.
adopt some of our mannerisms.
That'd be great. That'd be wonderful
I
if we
know.
could get that out there.
It would be.
But
So yeah, let's save that until the end.
alright. Well, not the end,
Not
because
that,
we're
yeah.
gonna end with our lovely creative writing jar over here. I got a couple things. Alright.
Okay.
I'm just gonna jump in.
Go ahead.
So, I think I'll start with that. So, I went home over the last weekend,
Right.
to visit my niece was visiting my home of residence, so
Right.
I went back home to see her.
Yes.
And, some things happened. I've got two things. I've got a topic that came from that, and then I also just have a story from
Okay.
what happened that I forgot. I've
Oh, boy.
been meaning to tell you.
Okay.
All week, then I was like, I'll save it.
Oh, sure.
But first, I just have a weird, not to get philosophical here, but we were watching home videos at one
Sure.
point, because we got them over the summer, or maybe before that. Yeah, it was over the summer at some point.
Mm-hmm.
And since Cam was visiting, we played some of them for her,
Cute.
and she thought
Fun.
that they were funny. But it's always so weird watching home videos that you're not a part of. Because
Right,
these were way
yeah.
before she was born.
Sure.
And so, and you never, it's just not interesting at all.
Yeah.
When it's someone else's.
Sure.
But my weird philosophical observation is just why are people so obsessed with reminiscing?
I don't know, I hate it so much though.
Because people
I
will
hate the
reminisce forever, and and that's the whole home video thing, is just sitting down and watching things that have happened
The things
in the
that have already
past.
happened, yeah.
It's so weird, but I totally get drawn into it, and I really enjoyed watching all our home videos.
Yeah, you start having fun with it once you're in it, but
But it's weird.
I almost never take pictures because I'm like, live in the moment. It's happening,
Oh, yeah.
be there. Who
But-
cares? Don't take a picture.
but you have that-
Because I'll never look at that picture.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna look at pictures.
But you have that motherly sense of argument where my mom's always trying to take pictures, and she's always like, but we need pictures to look back on these memories with.
No, just remember the memories.
But you get old and you forget things.
Yeah, well, if you forget it, it wasn't important enough.
I guess.
And home videos are fun, and baby pictures are fun, but I could do without them.
Yeah.
I could live without them. It's funny seeing pictures and videos of yourself as like a baby because you can't remember that.
Mm-hmm.
But also like,
but
whatever.
also it's fun.
I don't want to. I don't have to.
It's also very interesting to think of like comparing like home videos that with this era we're in right now. Watching home videos is watching these awkward videos that were taken on videotapes on camcorders.
Yeah. Video cameras.
This video camera. Yeah. Like, your video camera thing.
And they'd be put on VHSs.
And people back then took videos a lot differently than people take videos now.
Yeah.
Because in today's world, we take videos with so much purpose.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily
I'd argue the
staged all the
opposite.
time.
I'd say videos happen with no purpose all the time.
Really?
People just film things for no reason.
People do, but
whereas
not
back
as
in
much.
the day,
but it's never,
you had to have a reason.
But no, because back in the day, I think maybe it's that, but then today we know to just take a quick video. Back in the day where like you sit and it's just this family gathering or family event of some sort, and it's just someone going around with a camera for like too long. Yeah. Just too long.
It was just
it's
cool
not
to
a
have a
quick
camera.
video. Yeah, it was a cool thing to
thing.
have and to go around, and that was cool back then to do. But seeing it now, it's like this 20-minute long thing of just wandering around, and it's like, it's all shaky and like swaying from person to person. It was giving me a headache.
Yep.
So it's gonna be interesting when we're old to see all of these videos now of people just taking videos on their phones, and what's it gonna be?
But also, like, those videos aren't going to exist anywhere.
That's what I thought too,
them.
because you have no way. It's not like you have this little
like when you recorded back in the olden days, they would get put on VHSs, SD card.
Yeah.
But like they'd be put on
have
VHSs
the tapes,
right away.
and now you get those tapes converted to discs.
But you can you were always able to just play them straight from the camera. Now it's like on the phone, you're gonna delete that video for storage.
Yeah, or if you,
or it's going to some crazy cloud that isn't gonna be accessible in 50 years.
Yeah, no, it's not.
So, I wish there was an easy way to convert videos you take on your phone to like discs now.
Yeah, but I don't know anything about that. But is that even a thing?
I don't know, probably, but I've never heard anyone do it.
It's such a force.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. So, it's weird that humans are very, very obsessed with just reminiscing.
Yeah. In the same vein.
And, like, holding on to
branching off a little bit, I hate thinking about the past just generally, because, like, Meet the Robinsons says keep moving forward.
Keep moving. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Meet the Robinsons thing is keep moving forward. But just never look back. In the same vein, I've just conditioned myself to be this way for my mental health. I had to. You can never be like, oh, I wish I did this thing instead of the thing that happened. Like if something goes wrong, like if it's just anything in life, and you're like, oh, I could have done this differently. I wish I did this thing instead. I've just conditioned myself to not be able to do that because I would kill myself over it every single time because I make so many errors in life.
We all do.
I say like things that are dumb. And instead of being like, oh, I am so upset I said that, I always go, I said it, it's over, I gotta move on.
Yep. And it's okay. That's such a thing. And it's okay to maybe have that moment real quick.
Yeah.
Of it like, oh God,
right after.
But then you have to just let go and just
really,
say, okay, but I didn't do that.
Yeah, I can't change
did this
what
instead,
happened. And
move on from there.
That sucks and oh well, but
you will
it's over.
go crazy torturing yourself over that kind of thing.
100%. And so I say to anyone and everyone who's willing to listen to me to try and do that. I know it's hard and I know it's dumb, but just if it happened, it's over. And I know you want to go back and change it, but you can't.
Yeah. And there are definitely such people that will like keep bringing a thing up where it's like you can't change it and it's happened and it's done and they keep bringing it up like, oh, that could, and you're like, no, stop it.
Stop. That's not what happened.
That's so annoying. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So keep moving forward.
Keep moving forward.
Is that our slogan? Say that.
The NONCAST PODSENSE. Keep moving forward. Yeah, I like it. And it's a good, I like that it's connected to Meet the Robinsons because that's a great movie.
Sure.
I love that movie so much.
Yeah, alright. Good good topic.
Cool. Thank you very much.
Do you want me to do mine?
Sure. Yeah, and then I'll do my story. Oh, yeah, okay.
So I've had this topic for, like, weeks now. It's not even a topic. It's just a little cool thing. But I've been saving it until I didn't have a topic anymore. And so, it's a TikTok.
We don't have to talk about it. Just say it's a video. We don't have to talk
Heavy sigh. It's a TikTok about, it's called Your Life Number. And it says numerology to help you figure out your life.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna get us both a sticky.
Okay.
No. Actually. Oh, God, I'm stressed.
There are sticky notes everywhere.
Yeah.
Sticky notes are just everywhere in my room,
sticky
too.
notes. Okay, take a sticky.
Thank you.
Wait. Okay, so I'm just gonna play it. I'm gonna play the audio.
Does it tell us what to do?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. I'm good.
And
if you're an anxious...
at home, play along.
Yeah,
grab a sticky note.
Grab a sticky note, grab a
and
pen,
play along.
pencil. We have Sharpies.
If you're an anxious person, then keep watching because I have a trick for you that's going to help you figure out your path in life. Write down the month, day, and year you were born separately.
Pause.
Yeah.
So
numbers?
No. For now, just write it.
Okay.
So I'm gonna write April, and then the next line I'm gonna write 1-8, and the next one I'm gonna write 1-9-9-9.
Wait, you're going down? I
don't think it matters.
Okay. I'm gonna put May 3-0-1-9-9.
Ready?
Yep.
We're going to break these down into small numbers. So April is the 4th month of the year, but if you were born, I don't know, in like the 10th month of the year, then just add those numbers up until you get a smaller digit. So it would just be 1 for the 10th month.
Wait, what?
Then we're doing...
So I'm April, so it's 4.
And then, okay, I'm May, and it's 5. But then if you have a bigger...
If you're in October, and it's 10, then...
One
so like
plus
1, 0, you do 1 plus 0 equals 1.
So, yeah.
So then do the same thing for all the way down. So April is 4, and then I have 1-8, so 1 plus 8 is 9.
Oh, okay.
And then
for
I have...
the day and the year, too.
1999 is 9 plus
10,
9.
19, 28? Yeah, that's right.
28?
I'm right.
Okay.
Look at me do math. What? Okay.
2 plus 7 for the 27th, which is 9, and then adding up the numbers of the year. Then we're going to take every single one of these, add those up again.
28 we got, so 2 plus 8 equals 10.
Oh, okay.
And then 10...
From your year.
Yeah.
Make sure you're getting down to a 1-digit number.
And then 1 plus 0 is 1.
Just keep that. Yeah, alright.
Okay, then add them down. So, like, add everything together. So I'm 4 plus 9 plus 1.
Month, day, and year.
Yeah. So I got 14.
Wait, what?
Yep. 4 plus 9 plus 1.
Oh, you have a 9.
Yep.
Yes, my total was 9.
Oh, wow. So I got 14, so 1 plus 4 equals 5.
We still have a double digit here, so we have to get it down to the smallest number, so we're just going to do 1 plus 5. If you're left with the numbers 11, 22, or 33, then stop there. Those are your life path numbers, but I come out to a 6.
Okay.
Okay. So what do we got?
Are
you going to read them down?
Yeah. So I got 5. You got 9?
Yep.
Okay. So I'm just, to include the audience, I'll read all of them. It's just what you are as a person and how you should act as a person, I guess.
Okay.
So path 1 is innovative leader. Path 2 is intuitive diplomat. Path 3 is creative communicator. Path 4 is system builder and teacher. Path 5, which is
you.
That's me.
Okay.
Sensual freedom seeker. Okay. Path 6 is nurturing visionary. Path 7 is analyst and spiritualist. Path 8 is CEO and material manifester. And path 9 is creative humanitarian.
Oh, wow. Okay, nice. I like it.
Cool. So you got creative humanitarian.
Creative humanitarian.
And I got sensual freedom seeker.
That's great.
Cool.
Woo. Those are definitely the best ones out there.
Yeah.
No offense if anyone got
No
any
offense to
other
anyone
ones,
else, but we got the best ones.
Yeah, sorry. Oh,
I've
fun.
had that
Fun.
loaded
Yeah.
For weeks.
Yeah, that was a cool one.
Thanks.
I like it.
Yeah.
Like that dumb stuff.
There's a whole subsection of TikTok called Witch Talk.
Yeah, oh yeah,
I've seen
it.
And it's like people who genuinely believe or genuinely are witches.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all about like crystals and spiritual things. So this person was one of those people. So I trust it.
Cool.
Sensual freedom seeker.
Creative humanitarian.
Yeah.
Alright.
That's what I got.
That was great.
Thanks.
Alright, you want to hear my story?
Yes, I do. So bad.
It was a nightmare.
Great.
Not literally, but it was a real life, awake nightmare
Oh boy.
that happened over the weekend while I was home.
Sure.
Me and Cam were going around doing stuff.
Right.
And my mom let me take her car, because I didn't have a car. But I took her car, because she's a nice mother and she let me take
Thanks,
it.
Mom.
We went to Spirit Halloween, because there was,
fun.
we passed one and I was like, we have to stop. Oh, and we went and it was really fun, and they had like a whole thing set up with when you'd step on the things and they jump out at you. It was great. We were coming out of there, and we were getting back in the car, and we were going to pick up my sister.
Okay.
And we got, no, we weren't going to pick her up. She needed something from the house, so I was going to get something for her. Because she had just texted me saying, can you go get this for me?
Sure.
And so we were getting back in the car to go do that. And
From Spirit Halloween?
Yep. We were in the parking lot outside of Spirit Halloween.
Got it. Okay.
And I turned the car on. We were strapped in, ready to go. And we hadn't moved yet, thank God. But something fell on my leg, and I freaked.
I wonder what it was.
I freaked out, and I swooshed it, and I jumped out of the car.
You pushed it off of you before you got out of the car?
Yeah.
So it's still in the car?
Yeah.
You should have left it and then
It
gotten out of
was
the
a reflex, okay? I know I should have done better things.
So don't think back.
I wasn't just gonna calmly get out of the car with a spider on my leg.
I was about to say, for viewers, it was probably a spider.
And so I was trying to stay calm, and I didn't want Cam to freak out, but I got out, and she jumped out too, and she was like, what? What was it? And I was like, I didn't really see, because I panicked and flicked it, but I think it was a spider, because my mom has a little plant business where she has pots of plants that she makes for people and goes and delivers them, and she needs a van. She just puts them in her car, and there's dirt everywhere. Oh my god. She tries to clean it, but there's dirt everywhere, all over her car, and she had went and picked up a pot from a lady that wanted her to, like, redo it for the fall.
Sure.
And my mom had told me before the weekend that this had happened, when her and Cam were in the car, and apparently a whole bunch of spiders came out of it.
Oh.
And that just wasn't in my brain.
It was already made up for Halloween. There were spiders in it.
Yep. Yeah. So, I was like, shoot, it was definitely a spider. We spent, like, 20 minutes in the parking lot trying to find it.
Just go.
No, because if it had showed up while I was driving, I couldn't promise myself that I would remain calm and not crash the car.
You got it.
Because, no, I think I would have been okay, but there was a chance that I wouldn't have been okay.
Even if it was on your face, you would have been fine.
Nope.
No, 100%. If you had your niece in the car with you,
I know.
100%.
That was the only reason I was freaking out. Because if I was just risking my own life for it, I would have been like, I'll go.
You would have,
but I was nervous about driving
been
her.
mature about it, but yeah.
But
that's
spent
too much
20 minutes in the parking lot trying to find it. And a couple times it came out. It was under my seat, though. Because we saw it a couple times. We just couldn't get it. But it was under my seat. And I was like, oh. So, we didn't get it.
Yeah.
And I was like, Cam, I'm going to drive very carefully. And she was like, if I see it, I'm not telling you. I was like,
yeah.
I respect that.
No, that's a very adult thing of her to say.
I know. But, I couldn't. I was in a bad mental place. That, from Spirit Halloween parking lot back to my house, is the most tensed I've ever been. So, we went And we got the stuff, we gave it to my sister, and then we had to go to Target because we were going to my aunt's baby shower. It's an outside social distance baby shower. But we went and we were picking up some stuff. Like, my mom needed a gift bag and a couple more things for it. So we went to Target to do that. And before we did that, though, I pulled out of the driveway, and I went down our block, like, 3 feet, and then I saw it. And it was on the windowsill right next to me.
And the spider?
The spider.
Okay.
And I said, ooh, Cam, okay, I'm pulling over. So I just calmly pulled over. I stayed very calm.
Good, yeah.
And I said, Cam, get out of your side, and I'm going to get into your seat, and I'm going to roll down my window. And hopefully, it was right on the windowsill, and I was like, it should just plop out the other side.
Sure.
And I did that, and it didn't.
Sure.
And then it did the worst thing it could have done. It jumped.
Yeah.
That's
the worst thing it could do.
It could jump. It could jump.
Yeah.
And it jumped, and I like, and I'm like, oh, if it could just got out the window. But it jumped, and it tried to get into the air vent, and I was like, no, it's not going in there. So I like swiped at it, and I got it at the car. I got it at the like window, and I ran onto the other side, and I got it, and we ended up killing it.
Oh.
And I feel really bad.
You should.
But it was super under the seat. Like near the gas pedals, like over there. And I tried so many times to swipe at it, but it was stubborn. And so I was like, I can't keep living like this.
You were afraid, so you took a life.
I did. I'm sorry. I don't feel good about it. Oof. I never feel good about it, but it needed to happen. And that was over the weekend, and there was no other spiders until today when my mom texted me and said, yeah, I saw another spider today. I'm taking the car in. Yeah, in the car. Oh, and so that's my story. That's my spider story.
I don't like it.
I was really, I know.
Now I'm paranoid.
But it was like a big black one, and it could jump.
Yeah, that's the kicker.
As soon as I saw that thing jump, I was like, no, sir.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry, you gotta die.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
That's sad.
I know. Sad ending. So, quirk of the day.
Our little quirk segment. Yeah, we need a quirk jingle, but we'll come up with it later.
So, this is something we're both hesitant to talk about.
Literally, even thinking about talking about it gives me so much anxiety.
My heart is racing.
I know, me too.
So,
I need you guys to know, this is so dumb.
It's so dumb, and we know it's so dumb, but there's no escaping it. We are far past the point of no return.
It's really, really bad. It's gotten so bad that it, has affected my life.
Yeah.
Very aggressively.
Yeah.
I've gotten better, but for that first, year, it would be a physical reaction.
So, by the way, this has been going on for a long time.
Yeah.
It's been over 2 years now.
Good God, has it?
Yep.
Was that not last year?
No.
Oh, man.
That was sophomore year. We are seniors. 2 years ago, we watched a show.
And?
We're not going to share with you the show, because we just don't want to think about it or talk about it. It's fine. It was a good show.
It was animated, just so you know. It wasn't real people.
Yeah. So, in the show, there was a character.
Oh my God, I can't, man. I'm tapping out. Let's do a different quirk.
It's okay, hold me.
Let's talk about a different quirk.
No, so I got this. Don't worry, I'll do it. There's a character who was, so good, and we loved so much.
Listen.
Okay.
This show had 2 main characters. It was 2 boys.
Yeah.
And, it was kind of a mafia type show.
Yeah, it's about, New York mafia.
Yeah. In the show, there were, people were separated into gangs, and they would, fight each other for territory and stuff.
We don't need this much detail.
I know, but I feel like I have to. Because there were the 2 boys. One of them was from abroad, and the other one was from the city.
Yeah, one was the, quote-unquote main character was like someone visiting New York. They didn't live there.
He was like a journalist or something.
Yeah, he was photography.
He was a photographer. His like little mentor was a journalist.
Yeah, he was the like intern photographer for the...
And they were from Japan, and they came to America, and where the whole show takes place in America. And so the photographer boy meets this other boy who's lived in New York his whole life.
I didn't want to give this much information because God forbid someone knows what we're talking about.
No, if someone knows what we're talking about, they know exactly what we're going to get to.
They do. They're ahead of the game.
And he meets this other boy, and so the show is about the two of them doing things and fighting the mafia war.
The gangs happening. There's like a big boss man.
So, the boy who's been living in the city his whole life has this best friend. He is so cute, and he was so much fun, and like he was by far the best part of the show. He like everything he said was
adorable
so cute,
and great, so cool. But he was also just a very light-hearted goofball.
He was the best part of the show by far. Without oh my god, I'm gonna start crying.
So
without getting into it,
because we're not going to. We're gonna say this really fast.
The cute, soft, best character. Oh my god, I can't say
it.
He ends up dying.
He dies, and it's horrible.
Listen, I've watched a lot of TV.
I've seen a lot of deaths.
I've seen a lot of movies. I've read a lot of books. I've never experienced a death like that in my life. Not only, even if it wasn't him, it would have been scarring for life. But it was him.
It was bad.
It's like the darkest, scariest, saddest thing that's ever happened to me.
But anyway, he dies, and it was horrible, and we were roughed up.
It was like weeks before I was myself again.
Yeah, and the horrible part was that, I think it was it 12 episodes or 24?
24, I think.
Was it?
Yeah, because it went a while after.
He dies in, like, episode 6.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, and
spoilers
the show
if you have just started the show and know what we're talking about.
We haven't even said the name of the show.
I know.
And he dies, and we kind of forget about it.
We just move on.
One of the main kids is, like, really torn up about it because it's kind of his fault. His best friend, and it's really sad.
He was involved in it. It wasn't his fault he was involved in it, but he wasn't. Against his will.
But
it's really sad.
Oh my god.
Stop, don't think too much about it. Okay.
He starts blaming himself, and it's really sad. But we're not here to talk about him. We're here to talk about the good boy that was killed.
Yes.
So, this is where the story gets a little wacky. If you didn't think this was wacky enough as it is, this cute, soft character, his name is an adjective.
We are not going to say this name.
We'll get there, hang on.
Which we will get to.
His name is an adjective.
Yeah.
Like an English adjective.
Like it's a word that you hear and you use, and it's not a name. It shouldn't be a name.
It's not a name. I don't know why he was named that. But
it's an ER verb.
Hold on, we'll get there. But good God. That word, that is his name, that's also an adjective, has become Trigger doesn't even cover it.
No, it doesn't.
If someone, because it's just a word that people use. If someone says that word around me, I black out for 5 seconds.
Yep.
I don't hear, longer than that, I black out for 20 seconds. I don't hear the rest of the conversation.
Yep.
It's the most absurd trigger. It's definitely gotten better.
Absolutely.
Because time is passing.
But it was really, really bad for way too long.
Yeah, for probably a year and a half.
Maybe a little longer. It was like the blackout, and then like I would start to tear up.
You'd feel like sick. My throat would hurt.
My stomach would
we sound so insane, and it is so insane. It is. But I swear to God.
We are some messed up individuals.
I swear to God.
Fine.
So, just for the sake of, if you know us, do not use this word around us. I'm going to allude to what the word is.
Okay.
If anyone listens to this and knows us, if you say this word around me, I need you to know that I will not hear anything else you say.
And I will also never speak to you again.
Yeah, 100%. So,
if you use this against me.
It's the opposite
of taller.
Oh, sure, I was gonna say longer.
Oh, yeah. Same thing.
You can be tall or... And then...
Taller
or... Oh my god, I'm gonna throw up.
We got too close to
I'm
it.
gonna throw up.
Because even if someone is tall... Okay, so this is the other part of this. Is that if you now have the word that we just alluded to...
I think they got it.
You got it. If anyone starts to tiptoe... If they start to get near this word, we start to panic.
You can hear it.
It is much, much worse when we're in the same room as each other. Because we can fake it around other people, but when we both have that awareness and suddenly someone's getting close to it, we start sweating.
It's really, really, really bad. It's honest to God like a handicap.
It is.
It makes me...
Because also, neither of us have said that word since then.
No, I will not write it. Sometimes, I swear to God, it's not an uncommon occurrence in this room to hear us say less long.
Nope. Nope.
We say, it's not as long.
And it's become so normal for us.
It has.
It was weird at first when we had to try and figure out a way around it, but now it's so normal to say less long.
Yeah.
Or not as long.
Yep.
I
don't know.
Oh.
And we're dumb, and that's hilarious, and
it's
we're
so funny.
But also, I stand by it. I'm not ashamed of this, because that was the worst thing that's ever happened to me.
And it's just a way of honoring him.
It is. Honestly, I would have...
I'm so glad.
I don't think about the show. I only think about him.
Oh, no, not at all. It's just him.
God.
So,
Can
we're some messed up people.
I got, my ears are ringing.
Yep. Anyway, that's our quirk of the day. I promise they won't always be this, what's the matter with you? But they'll always be a little bit, what's the matter
That's the point, isn't it?
It is.
Oh my God.
So anyway.
Can we end the podcast now? I have a headache.
It's time to go. No. We still have time to do some things. On to creative writing, fun stuff.
Now it's our creative writing topic. If I start passing out, don't be surprised.
I'll take over.
We're doing our creative writing, boys.
Yeah, we need a creative writing song too.
Creative writing. And
okay. This looks like your handwriting. Oh, we got a random page.
Oh no! Remember last time I talked about how for a New Year's resolution a couple years ago, I did a journal with new characters every day. And so I still have it, obviously. And I have it here, and I put a few sticky notes into the thing that said random page. And that just means I'm gonna turn to a random page and read it or explain it.
Yeah, and talk about it's all characters in there for the most part.
Pretty much, yeah. There's some scenes.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Me too. I haven't gone through this in a very long time, so
it's always such a rabbit hole. So
buckle
it's
up.
gonna be interesting to just go.
Buckle up.
Random
or do you want to pick a date? Because they're all dated.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'll pick a date.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna go with March 3rd.
March 3rd.
3-3.
Man, did it just get really hot in here? Ooh, okay.
Yeah?
Sure. Well, let me go through. Maybe by the end I don't. Because
I
don't. So this is a one-off. There's some in here that I've written a couple pages about. This is definitely a one-off.
Just a little off? That's fine.
I've got, on March 3rd, I wrote about Carolina Mars.
Ooh.
Carol is a serial killer.
Oh!
Before you're so quick to judge, it's not really her fault. She's sick. She is a pathological liar, telling every person she meets a different story, but she has an impulse to kill, not just anybody. She has to wipe the bad from the world and make it a better place.
Oh.
She finds whoremongers or rapists or thieves, etc., and starts planning. She also has OCD. Every part of a murder has to be planned perfectly, down to the second. It's almost never a personal vendetta, but she needs to sate that itch inside of her. And she figures if she has to do it, she may as well do it for good. So she kills the bad with such well-executed grace and poise that she never is even close to being a suspect.
Ooh, wow.
That's Carolina Mars.
Cool. Carolina Mars.
I called her Carol.
I
have nothing else to say.
I wasn't expecting that. That was great. Fun.
I have nothing else to say. That was such a one-off. Good thing you didn't pick March 4th. That one's
there
there are a lot of pages.
Pages taped into the notebook because she would say, I can only do one page. And then just add pages to the one page.
I have pages falling out.
You do.
This is all fun.
I know. Yeah, okay. Sick.
Okay,
That worked
sure. Most of if we ever pull the random page sticky note, it's gonna be quick. Cause
not always.
They're almost always. They're almost all one-offs. So I have nothing else to say. I wrote that in one night.
That's great.
And I haven't thought about it since I wrote it.
That's fun.
So put that back.
All right. Oh, I'm so nervous. I don't like this. Oh, okay. I thought, okay. Oh. Green is long, isn't it?
Yeah, the green was long.
Okay.
Mine was really quick.
What do we got? Okay,
Mine was really quick.
Shoot.
Okay,
the
sticky note says cabin.
The sticky note says cabin because it's my cabin
You
story.
can take a second.
That's just what I need a second. Well, I'll start by saying this. This one was inspired by this creative writing, fun journal thing that my sister got me for Christmas. That just had a whole bunch of random prompts. And you dropped something. Oh no, wait, that was mine. I dropped something. And I never really used that prompt book as much as I wanted to because they weren't great, and you never do.
You never do.
But this one was one of the ones I did, and it is nothing like what I originally put in the little section in the notebook for the prompt. But it branched off of that.
Do you remember what the prompt said?
Shoot, I don't have it. It's at my house. But it was a finish the sentence kind of one.
Yeah.
And then go from there. So it had a little beginning,
sure,
sentence or two for me. And then I kept going. It was really cool. Too bad I don't have that.
I know.
But, oh god.
Buckle up, kids.
So I'll concentrate more on the story, because this is probably one of the better stories I have, considering beginning, middle, end type thing.
Right.
Mostly, except the middle parts.
It's always the middle parts.
But I have, we talked about those too. But no, I have a lot of the middle parts. It's just the stringing them all together. Okay.
Buckle up.
So, main character's name is Noah.
Yep.
He's adorable.
Quick 2 sentences about him.
Okay. He, comes from a, wealthy family that he hates, and his dad is a big businessman who recently had a crazy, affair, drop out, and so his whole family's getting smacked for it, and he's always gotten bullied at school and stuff, and so he's had a rough time. But, he's freckly, and he has a birthmark that goes from his, upper temple down around his cheek and across his nose. It's a little pink birthmark. And he hates it, and he's embarrassed. He's not embarrassed by it. Well, he is, but he's insecure about it. Because he's an insecure boy. But that's about Noah. I don't want to talk too much about the characters.
Yep, 2 sentences.
But we don't get into any of that. It starts with him walking through the woods outside of this, some summer homes, what's the flippin' word? I can't do this under pressure, my god.
I got an easy one.
What?
I got an easy one.
You did. The summer homes that wealthy people go to, but by lakes and stuff.
Oh, sure.
And, the Catskills. I just took a Dirty Dancing.
No, I got
the Catskills. But just, you don't know what happened to him, but you just know that something happened and he's upset, and so he ran off. And he's just wandering alone. And then this crazy path appears to him in the woods that wasn't there before. And he's like, oh, what's that? And it leads him to this, run-down, small, crappy little cabin. And he's like, I'll go check it out. And he goes in, and it's this he walks in, and it's this grand mansion-looking cabin. And it's, for some reason, not what it looked like on the outside. And it's, huge, and a bunch of stories and all this stuff. And blah 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 blah. It's this cabin, and there's a whole bunch of other people there, of all ages, all backgrounds, and there's this mysterious, like, caretaker, I guess, of the cabin, who kind of, like, runs things, and his name is Julius. I haven't gone to the story in a little bit, but his name is Julius.
I love that name.
Thank you. And he has, like, not that it matters. I don't need to get into that.
2 sentences.
He's a very, like, he has, like, sharp features, and he has this, like, practically white hair. Like, it's super, super blonde, practically white. And he dresses in, like, old Tammy clothes. But he's young.
Weird.
He's young and has, like, this ageless face. Noah talks about it. And, so Noah finds out that this is a place for people to, like, get revenge on others. And so the cabin has 2 features about it. There are these rooms you go in, and the like, cabin is like
a magical, like,
yes.
It's not a real, well, it is real, but it's not like a real building.
It's not techie, it's like mysterious and magical, and no one really knows why it does the things it does. And the cabin is very mysterious, and I'm very proud of the, like, like, you still, like, you don't know what's up with the cabin by the end. It's really cool. Not to brag.
Humble brag.
From the
weird flex.
But, there are 2 features about the cabin. There are and these are working names that I just went with, and they're stuck. There are oh shoot, I don't remember what one's called. I should probably open my doc.
Yeah.
So it's about, getting revenge, and it's for people that want revenge.
The cabin, like, appears to people in need.
Yeah. And
of the thing specifically.
So, like, the trail came to Noah at the, like, lake that he was at, but it can appear to someone that's, like, in the city or somewhere else.
Anyway.
It appears to people that need it. It thinks that they need it. I gotta find it. It's called Cabin Story in my docs. Got it. Okay. So the 2 working titles for the 2 features are, there's the Insights and the Bygones.
Sure.
The Insights is a room that, like, you go in, and again, it's mystical and weird, and I don't have all the details figured out for this thing, obviously. Yep. Far from it. But it's a room that shows the person in it, like, past experiences of people that have wronged them. So people that, like, they would potentially want revenge on. To, like, get them worked up.
Sure.
And all revenge crazy. And then the Bygones are rooms that, and this is where I just love, there's a little, I gotta figure stuff out.
It's okay.
Rooms that, you stay in the room, but you're, like, you get transported to a place where those people are that you would want to take revenge on. Mm-hmm. And you're invisible to them, but you can do things physically. I don't know, man.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
And so, plenty of people just do stupid things, like pull pranks and embarrass people. Then there are people that kind of, like, escalate it a little and, like, get violent with it. And there are no rules about it, so you can just do whatever you want with it. And so, people can get really, really violent and take it out. And I'm undecided on whether murder is a thing they can do or not yet.
Yeah.
But
let them murder.
I feel like they can murder.
Let them murder.
But the whole thing is that they can't do, just as a side note for mechanics of it, no one can use Insights or Bygones on anyone else in the cabin. We're all, like, safe zone.
Yeah.
But then, oh no, that happens. Conflict, oh god.
Gotta be conflict or it won't be a story.
Julius, the caretaker,
right,
takes a liking to Noah because Noah isn't about the revenge. He, like, doesn't want to do it. And, like, he goes to try, and he doesn't, and he, like, breaks down, and he's like, I don't want to be this kind of person, I don't like this. And the whole, like,
do you know who his revenge is gonna be on? Who it's supposed to be on?
Yeah, I have it written down somewhere. I thought about it more at some point. It was just people that had bullied him and stuff.
Sure.
And, like, and then there was someone involved with, like, the scandal with his dad and that stuff, so that too. How long do I got? I feel like I'm going.
Yeah. That's what this is for.
If you want full names, I don't have Noah's full name, but Julius is Julius Raymond Ira Lorne. And I have what they all mean, too. Julius means youthful, which I'll get to in a second. Raymond means protector, Ira means anger, and Lorne means forsaken or alone.
Oh.
I got fun with that name.
Yeah.
That's fun. So Julius is the caretaker, and the whole thing about the cabin is that if you time passes outside, but time won't pass inside, as in you won't age.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So Julius has been there the longest, and that's why he's kind of the one running things. And so he's immortal, technically, as long as he's in the cabin.
Mm-hmm.
And if he were to go back outside, he would age to his 100 and something and die. And that happened to anyone that leaves.
Right.
So, like, if it's been a few weeks, you'll catch up on that few weeks. If it's been a couple of years. So most people just spend a little bit of time there. And then there are people, I have a name for the group. There's, like, this group of people that like to do like, violent kind of revenge. And they come back every summer and stay. That's that.
Do people in the cabin know about Julius's deal?
Yeah. That he's, like...
About his, like, why he's still there, who he's there for.
No, he's very mysterious. No one knows much about him. They just know that he has been here the longest.
Right.
And he has a little second. Her name's Amelia. And she's really cool. She's awesome. She's got red hair. Oh.
Nice. Like red like orange or red like red?
Red.
Cool.
And she's really cool. And so the whole conflict thing that happens is that Julius takes a liking to Noah, like I was saying.
Right, of course.
Because he doesn't want to do the things. And Julius has been there the longest, and he's caught on to, like, this isn't right. I don't know why this exists. I don't know why this cabin is giving people this opportunity, but he's already been through it all because he came to the cabin and went through it all and got stuck there because he spent so much time trying to get revenge on people.
Right.
And then his life was just gone and he couldn't leave, and he was like, well, that's awful. And so he's just kind of looking out for everyone now. But still letting them do their own thing, even if he doesn't agree with their decisions.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of recruits Noah to help him out with something because someone recently was murdered in the cabin. And he can't figure out how they did it or why, who, all the stuff. So there's a little murder mystery stuff that kind of starts to happen. And we do that. Things occur. You know, middle stuff.
Yep.
Okay, I'll jump to this. Because I actually have the scene right now. Whoa. Julius and Noah get to know each other, and they're working on the murder mystery and all that. And the only other person that's in on it is Amelia. And those are the only three that know and are trusted. And then one night, Noah's walking. Noah can't sleep because of things. I'm not going to get into it. And he's walking, and then he hears something down in the, like, main... the, like, whole main area is, like, the big, like, banquet dining hall.
Right.
And, he hears, like, a ruckus. And he goes to look. And, a few of the, like, violent, summer goers... I have a name for them. I'll try to find it. I have names for the three that are doing this, too. They are, like, dragging Julius and trying to... They don't agree because of the murder mystery stuff that is happening, he shuts down the cabin. And he's the only one that has the power to do that. And people are like, you shouldn't be allowed to do that, you shouldn't have done that. So they're trying to get rid of him, and if they get him out of the cabin, he'll die. So they're trying to do that. The annuals! Yeah. Who calls him that? I have a really dopey, like, minor character. He's really funny. And
always gotta have one of those.
His name's Griffin.
Yeah, oh, right, I knew that.
Yeah.
Oh, didn't he have, like, goons? We had to name his goons?
Yes, the goons that are trying to kill Julius are
Who are they?
Trevor, Brandon, and Neil.
Oh my god, perfect.
Yeah, you helped me with those.
Yep, the goons.
Yep.
You always gotta have that fun, dopey, stupid
he's
character
great.
that you just...
Those three, Noah goes and tries to stop them. It's not working because Noah's a puny little bean. But then Amelia shows up, and Amelia gets shit done. And she shows up with a friggin' shotgun. And she's like, everyone, stop! Out.
Let him go.
And, one of them gets away, and two of them are thrown in a little... Because the cabin, gives you what you need. It's kind of like the room of requirement of Harry Potter. If you get that reference, you do. If not, too bad.
That's okay.
Not explaining it. And so, whenever, as more and more people come, it expands and it gives more rooms and stuff and all that.
Right.
And then all of a sudden they have these two prisoners, so it gives us a little prison to throw them in. Fast forward a bit.
It's okay.
Things happen.
Things happen.
I know the things that happen, but I'm not going to talk about them. I can. But they're not important.
Two sentences.
Two sentences?
Two sentences about what happens.
Julius and Noah like each other.
Like more than friends?
Like more than friends.
Aww.
And it's really sad because, Julius is a sad boy.
Oh.
And Noah starts to really like him, and Noah's like, I don't have anything left for me in the world, but I'm doing really good helping you here, helping you lead and helping you with things. And Julius is like, absolutely not, I'm not letting you stay here. That's that was the mistake I made, I'm not letting you do it.
Oh.
And things develop and stuff, and finally he's like, it's your decision.
I want you to stay.
He's like, it's your decision.
Please stay with
me. Julius is a very, very selfless person. So when I've written some of this too, and so when he talks about it, it's he's letting this one little time that he's getting to be a little selfish. Yeah. And the whole thing that Noah's argument is that he's like, I can leave any time I want. Let's just see what happens. I'm young. And then we'll loop fast forward, because I really don't know what happens in there.
That's okay.
To the end, and I'll get to the end now. I've been going.
It's story time.
This is definitely one of the ones that I've always said I would turn into if someone was like, if
someone right now came up to you and said, I need a story if you give me a story right now to turn into a book.
Yep.
Everyone's got theirs. I got mine.
You do. I think this would be mine.
It's usually the one that you have the most developed.
Because I'm really proud of the, themes I have going on and, moral shit. I don't know. I like it.
Sure.
And I feel that this is one of my most creative and unique. That a lot of my other stories are very influenced. It has
everything is copying.
Everything is copying everything, but
sometimes
this one is definitely my most creative and my most own. I feel like it's my own.
Right.
And I have an end for it, so it's exciting. Whoa.
That's shocking, by the way. You never, ever have an ending, ever.
I'm going to scroll down to my end notes, because I got a lot of them.
I talked about Hayden in my last one. As you heard, I've had that story for, 6 or 7 years. Do I have an ending? God, no. Nope. Is there a plot? Not really.
So I'm just going to go through my ending notes.
Please do.
And I had a whole ending in mind for a while, and then I thought of a big, little plot twisty thing, and I was like, oh shoot. It was a horrible moment. I was like, oh no.
That means you gotta use it.
I have to. Oh.
Because if you're having an emotional reaction to it, someone else sure is. Mm-hmm.
So,
and it's a doozy.
We'll go through this. Trevor comes back.
One of the goons.
So we have the goons that tried to kill Julius. Trevor was the one that got away. And he was really buddy-buddy with Brandon, so they knew he was gonna come back for Brandon. But Neil was the ringleader, and they were like, screw Neil. But he comes back, and he lets Brandon and Neil out. And somehow a fire is started, whether it's accidentally on purpose, it's just chaos. And Trevor and Brandon peace, but Neil wants to go finish his job with Julius.
Right, of course.
I have so many notes are so funny because I'm like, tries to do this or maybe this, I don't know, question mark.
Yep. I need you to know
I'm
that
gonna jump down.
Neil, in my head, this isn't just because we just watched The Hunger Games, he would be, if he was in a movie, it'd be Kato.
Oh,
That's
I
how
was
he
picturing
looks in my
Jiggle.
head.
No, wait, yeah, that's his name.
No. I'm picturing Big Boy.
Yeah, I guess he's not. Yeah, sure.
I'm picturing Kato.
Okay,
So
okay. That works. I approve.
Alexander Ludwig.
I would hire him.
Aww. So that means you gotta get going with that script, because he's getting old.
So, plot twisty thing, which is so iffy, and I don't have the details because it was such an afterthought after I had done so many other things that it's been hard trying to correct things to fit it
That's
in.
okay.
But, so this is where it's at now. We find out that Julius has been the one killing people. But he doesn't know it, and so what I ended up going with is that it's a weird, like, side effect of, like, he should be dead now, but the cabin's keeping him alive, and he's been stuck here for so long that it's, like, a weird side effect of that.
Right. You know, murder cabin equals murder boy.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Sure, I'm glad you think
No, it does. Like, the aura of the cabin.
Yeah.
He should be
and
dead.
the cabin has a really weird vibe to it, because no one knows if it has good intentions or bad.
Right.
It's a very neutral ground. And Noah is, like, up on it, and he's like, I don't know about this. But Julius has too much faith in it, too much trust in it. But it's fine. It's not.
No, that makes
it's
sense,
not
because
bad.
if especially if it's been affecting him, he would be like, no, this is a good place.
Yeah, sure.
What do you mean?
Thank you. I need to talk this out with someone. I need
It's okay.
validation
I know.
that I'm doing good and things make sense.
No, it does.
So, it's been like, so he's reached that point of snapping, I guess.
Yeah.
And it comes in flashes. So he's good for a while, and then there was that murder that happened before Noah got there. And so Julius is just honestly trying to figure things out, and he doesn't know.
He just, like, blacks out.
Yeah, he, like, blacks out when it happens. It's, like, not...
He's trying to solve a murder that he committed, but he doesn't realize.
Yes, yeah. Anyway, so that's what's been happening with Julius, the poor thing. The poor thing. But this is all, Amelia figured it out. But she hasn't told Julius.
No.
But she's almost sadder because she just doesn't know what to do, and she's been trying to figure out what to do. So this big climax of the end is that Amelia ends up telling Noah. And she'll be pushed to tell him for some reason.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Fire. And then she's like, if you can picture this like in a movie, because I get the movie vibes, is that she's telling Noah this as the chaos is starting to happen, and like Trevor's getting Brandon and Neil out, and that's all starting to happen. So then all of a sudden chaos is starting to happen, so they don't get to figure this out as Amelia and Noah are talking, because they have to rush out and deal with things. And in the panic, Noah's trying to find Julius, and let me go back up. Good lord, so many notes. I have a lot more. I have like triggers for each of the killings and stuff, so I don't need to get into the details of that. But I did think things through a bit.
Spoilers when this comes out.
When you read my book,
you don't want to spoil everything.
So if we boop on back to the fire being started and all of them, Julius has been doing something, I don't know, and then he's trying to deal with them. And in the chaos, I have written, or maybe tries to kill Trevor, and the other shoots/stabs Julius, ? Somehow Julius is fatally wounded.
You know.
He gets badly wounded. Maybe it's not super bad, but it's bad. It's not good.
Bad enough.
It's bad enough. And, so the cabin's on fire, it's chaos, everyone's running out and everything. And, Noah's panicking trying to find Julius, and he ends up finding him. And he's like, what do I do? Because they can't, the fire is everywhere. They can't, there's no putting it out. and Julius can't go outside.
Oh.
And so I have a couple quotes that I have planned already, but
read one of them.
What?
Read one of them.
No, literally, just phrases.
Go.
Julius says, "Let it burn."
Oh.
Cause he's to that point.
Yeah.
And he tries to say it to Noah. I think somehow in the mix, Julius is gonna realize that it was himself too, and he's gonna be like, "Noah, it was me." And Noah's gonna be like, "I know." Shh, I know.
We don't have to talk about it.
And he's all like, "What happened if the cabin's gone? What happens to you?" And he's like, "I don't think it matters now."
Oh man.
And so he's like, "It's better this way. You were never meant to be here. Go live your life."
Oh.
And it ends with Noah's like, "I'm not just gonna leave you here to burn."
Oh god.
And so he helps Julius out, and it's right next to the lake. The cabin's right next to the lake. From Noah's perspective.
Yeah,
that's where he
maybe
came
it looks
from.
different than everyone else.
But he gets Julius and drags him out of the house and goes, and they just lie next to the lake, and then Julius just turns into nothing.
Turns into an old man.
And then just
and
disintegrates
then
into the wind.
He was dying anyway.
And then poor Noah is just left there. Yeah.
That's sad.
Yeah.
Bummer ending.
Yeah. I have a little thought of maybe Julius mentioning, because we're gonna get a little bit of Julius's background, and he grew up in New Orleans and stuff, and he had a bad upbringing.
Yeah, I got that.
Reasons, the poor thing.
You didn't even have to tell me.
I know. And I think maybe he's gonna mention something or another. This was only if I wanted a hopeful ending. It could just end there with Noah.
Yeah.
That would suck. But, alternate ending could be him going somewhere that Julius, lived in New Orleans.
Sure.
Or, something that I had written down was, Julius played the trumpet.
Aww.
And, he buried it. I was thinking of maybe he buried it.
Sure.
Before, or, during his time at the cabin,
yeah.
and told Noah where it was when he was doing his little backstory, and maybe Noah goes and unburies it.
Hopeful ending.
You know,
it's still really sad.
Not hopeful, but not just sudden okay, that sucked end.
Yeah,
which is a totally valid way to end it.
It is absolutely.
Yeah.
You could just do an epilogue of him going and digging up the thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it would definitely be more of an epilogue feel. And that's my story.
Yay!
That's my cabin story.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Doozy for the second episode.
Yeah, sorry to get really dark and sad and weird.
That's what our podcast is called. Dark and sad and weird. As you'll see in the coming episodes of this, most of these stories are dark and sad and weird.
We're dark and sad and weird people.
God, I've got one brewing that'll come someday.
It will, and that could be an entire episode.
It could be. That one's rough, man.
Yeah.
But I'm really excited. That's my favorite story I have.
Well, that was fun.
It was fun.
It's always
really
good.
Fun.
It always feels really good to talk those things out.
Of course.
To speak them into to verbally say
when
them.
you're just in your own head with it, you're like, this is terrible. This might be bad. I don't think anyone would like this.
Well, yes.
It also doesn't make any sense.
All of that, and also just the it's so easy to just fill in the gaps.
Yeah.
Just say this kind of vibe.
Yep.
Essence things happens, and then you try to say what that is, and you're like, oh wait, I have absolutely nothing for that.
Yeah, right.
And it's weird, but it's nice to talk things out and get
always.
and get your feedback.
Yep.
So thank you. And
of course.
if you got any more opinions or questions. Anyway, sorry that was a long one, but
it had to be. You wouldn't have done it.
But it was a green sticky note. I told the truth.
Yep.
It was going to be a long one, and I knew it was, and we had time, so that was fun. That was great.
Very fun. Yep.
Yay.
It's a good one.
Dang.
It's a good one. I think that's all I got.
Yeah. Well,
yeah. Good talk. Nice to see you again.
Yes.
Always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure. See you again soon.
Yep. Shoot, what did we say? Keep moving forward.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Keep moving forward.
Keep moving forward.
Good night.